The business of governance is serious business for the governor of Lagos State, Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu. Let's now share with you latest official engagements of the governor from the governor's office. First, the Lagos State Governor was in attendance at the handover ceremony of the Lagos State Integrated Energy Resource Plan. The governor identified the strategic consideration for the plan and noted its tremendous future value.
If we all run it well, we'll certainly transform, the power deficiency in Africa. And the most critical thing is these are going to be implemented by Africans with some sort of like an African solution in different jurisdictions. When we came in 3.5 years ago, it wasn't such a difficult decision to make, given what our own economic agenda is, to sit with US aids, at that time, and we said to them, if you truly really want to help us, this is how we believe we can design the help, right? And Mr. Bajumo, who is an industry expert, and his team at that time came around and said that, let's start from the real brass. Let us actually do a deep dive to understand, before we begin to go shop for solution, what critically are the problems? What are the things that we need to have first before we begin to go out there to say that, well, these are the ways in which we want to solve it. And that's what we plan on. That's really what the African Nigerian Power Sector Program, which we used as an integrated resource plan for. The integrated resource had been able to help us, and you can see from the presentation, deep dive further as into what are the issues, and how can we identify those issues with all of the stakeholders in the room, and how do we chart a course, to be able to solve that problem. And it's taken us in about 2 years or a bit more than that. COVID also slowed everybody down, but I'm indeed happy that it wasn't just a talk shop, it wasn't just a consulting job that didn't get to anywhere. Now we have seen the result of a very, very deep hard work, that the whole team, has put together, and I think they deserve another round of applause. Thank you very much.
The Lagos State Governor met with the Association of Commodity Market Women and Men of Nigeria in Lagos to assure them of his government's continuous support and his expectations from them for the forthcoming elections. He, however, urged them to give total support to the presidential candidate of the APC, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, in the forthcoming presidential election.
This afternoon is an interactive session that we have called to meet with all of our leaders. It's a family meeting by the entire leadership of our various markets, Yaloda General and Babaloja General, in all of our 57 local government and LCDAs. And we're happy that we have come here. They've allowed us into this magnificent edifice, to come and jojo as a family meeting, because this is our roots. This is where everything starts from, in our party and in our journey politically. And so the history is not lost on us. This house has brought about a lot of meaningful history. And so that's why we're here to thank them for the support they've been giving to the progressives for all this number of years, for all of the benefits that our interactions and activities with them has gathered. And as a government, we've explained to them all of the interventions we've had in education. We've built more schools, we've built more classrooms, we provided more chairs and tables for their children and for their grandchildren. Ilera Eco and the health infrastructure have continued to provide a safe haven for all of our market men and women. There's a lot of sensitization, how to ensure that our markets are kept clean, that hygiene is high level. These are some of the things that we have come to talk about here this afternoon, and they have listened very, very well. More importantly is also to tell them, to encourage them that the coming election is about a purposeful governance. It's about the conversation and ensuring that Lagos, which is a bedrock for all of us, we can take the positive things that have happened to Lagos, we can take it to the national. Some other people have come with all sorts of proclamations that is not verifiable, with all sorts of things that they've not done, even when they had the opportunity. But we have seen that Lagos has continued to remain progressive, that Lagos has continued to remain the most peaceful state in our country. And so for those reasons, we believe it's time that Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who is a son of this soil, who is an indigene of this household, who started his political career from this same location, we have resolved that we are going to, all of us, support his candidacy as the next president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria by the grace of Almighty God.
And finally, from the governor's office, the Lagos State governor took time out of his tight schedule to attend a pictorial exhibition of his works as a governor of Lagos State. The exhibition saw in attendance distinguished guests. And that's a show reel of activities of Mr. Governor in recent times. The City of Lagos TV show will continue in a moment. Stay tuned.